So, I invite you to take a comfortable seat on your mat or on the floor. This is my comfortable seat. You might also like to sit on your bottom like this. Or if you've got a block or a bolster, you could pop that under your booty too. I'm going to sit like this. I invite you to close down your eyes. Let go of everything that came before this moment, everything that is to come after this moment. Right now, you're on your yoga mat, you're in a safe space, you've made time for you, so just enjoy it. Give yourself permission to be and nothing else. Inhale deeply. Find your breath. Bring your hands to your belly. And on your next inhale, breathe into your hands. Fill your hands with the air in your lungs. Exhale and allow that air to leave you, and with it taking any last thing that you're holding on to. Inhaling again, filling your lungs, filling your belly, filling your hands. And when you can't inhale anymore, inhale just a little bit more, sip a little bit of air in, hold that fullness just for a moment, and then let it all go. Let it all go. And hold that empty space just for a moment. Now bring your hands to your sides. So essentially grabbing a hold of your rib cage on the sides, and inhale just like you did before, but this time filling your hands from the side of your body. Might feel a little bit odd. It's not something that we think about or consciously do often. But your diaphragm isn't just at the front, it's all the way surrounding your trunk. Make a little bit of extra space. Find that space by breathing into your hands. Filling up your hands as you fill up your lungs. Inhaling as much as you can, and then inhaling a little bit more, holding that breath for a moment, and exhaling everything out. Don't rush to take your next breath. Give yourself space in between. Inhaling one more time deeply into your side body, into those hands, filling them up. Holding that breath with your full diaphragm for just a moment before you exhale fully. Now bringing your hands to your back body. Just like this, kind of one hand on either side. Doesn't need to be perfect in any shape or form, really. What you're doing is giving yourself feedback. So when you expand your lungs, you can feel them move. So inhaling this time into your back body. Filling up those hands with your breath. And then allowing that breath to dissolve. Gently exhale, letting it all go. Inhaling again, filling your back body, filling your hands, holding that breath, taking as much air as you can, and exhaling. for the last time, inhaling into your hands at the back of your body. And exhaling. Now bringing your hands to your knees, or wherever they fall naturally, on your thighs maybe. And we're just going to practice some box breathing to regulate the breath, nice and slow and steady, using what we've just learned, that there's a lot of capacity in our diaphragm to breathe from. So with box breathing, we're going to count our breath, inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4. And then we're going to try and extend that rhythm. So inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 6, holding for 6. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You can do what feels right for you, but if we can start with everybody at 4. Inhaling for 4, filling up your body, hands wherever they feel comfortable, bringing in that nice, fresh energy, air, light, holding that for 4. Exhaling for 4, and holding that exhale out for 4. And repeating that, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, holding the exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, repeating that again, inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding the exhale for 4. And this time we're going to increase that, lengthen that box a little. Inhaling for 4, filling up your lungs, using the whole diaphragm, front, sides and back. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And holding the exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat, inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Hold for 6. Repeating that now, inhaling for 4. Holding for 4. Exhaling for 6. And holding for 6. If you find yourself needing to breathe, please breathe. Beautiful. So the point of that exercise was to slow down our breath, which activates our parasympathetic nervous system, which is shifting you from a fight and flight in your sympathetic nervous system to a rest and digest state, which is your parasympathetic nervous system. And why we do that is because it makes us feel more relaxed and it allows our body to re-energize. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit chill. And what we're going to do now is just invite some gentle movement into our body. So maintain your breath, maintain your awareness of your breath. And if you're feeling uncomfortable, you're welcome to adjust your position, but we're going to just do some neck rolls. So take your right ear to your right shoulder Feel into the stretch down your left side of your neck. Bring your chin to your chest and your left ear to your left shoulder. You're going to paint a semicircle with your nose as you come up and over, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. And then repeating that circle. Chin comes to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Feeling into that nice stretch in the right side of your neck. Coming back up and over as you bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then we're going to reverse the movement. So coming back in the other direction. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Back up and over. Continue that movement. As you do, try and connect with your breath. So inhaling as you move gently and exhaling. Beautiful. Then find stillness in the center. On your next inhale, you're going to raise your shoulders up to your ears. Let them glide back, float down, and drop nice and heavy, yet soft. And repeat that inhale as you reach your shoulders up to your ears. Let them glide back and slide down and drop soft. One more time. Inhaling up and back and softly gliding down to arrive naturally wherever they land. Now press your right arm into the mat. Raise your left arm up overhead as you inhale and reach. Stretching your left arm to the right hand upper corner of the room. And exhaling here. Inhale as you bring that hand back down. At the same time, raising your right arm and reaching that up and over. You should be feeling a nice stretch in your right side body. Repeating that movement. Inhaling, swapping arms. Your right one will press into the mat. Your left hand will lift up and stretch over as you exhale. And now reversing that movement. Feel into what your body needs here. It's asking for a deeper stretch. Reach a little bit further. Listen to the feedback that your body gives you. Allow yourself to move in a way that feels good in your body. The speed of your breath. Beautiful. And coming back to center. All right. Now we're going to come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop shape. So this is where your shoulders are stacked over your wrists and your hips are stacked over your knees. If you're not able to do this movement and it's feeling uncomfortable, maybe in your knees, you could put a blanket under them to take some of the pressure off. In this position, we're just going to explore some free, soft movement in a circular motion. So essentially, you're just shifting your body weight from right to left and then from back to front. While you're doing that, you're grounding into your hands, grounding into the full length of your shin that's touching the ground. And just noticing the points of contact that your body has with the mat. noticing what it feels like to move in this way. You might reverse your movement in the circular motion in the opposite direction. You might also find that's a bit much and just go front and back. That's fine. Do whatever feels good for you in this posture. Give yourself permission to explore without needing to arrive anywhere. On your next inhale, you're going to drop your belly, open up your chest, raise your chin into a cow. As you exhale, you're going to press into your hands, push away, pushing your spine up to the sky, arching your back into a cat. And as you arrive at the top, you can slowly bring your bottom back to arrive on your heels. As you inhale, you're going to come back up, opening your chest, dropping your belly, shining your heart forwards. And as you exhale, press into your hands, pressing your spine to the sky as you come up and lower yourself back down onto your heels. Repeating that in a wave-like motion, inhaling as you lift up, moving from your chest as you shine your heart forward to the sky. Exhaling as you press into your hands, pressing your spine to the sky, and coming back to land on your heels, moving with your own breath now. Trusting that you know this short little sequence, inhaling to cow. Allowing yourself to move freely as though this is one long wave-like motion. Not needing to get there, just being with the movement, letting the movement and the pose move through you, becoming one with that movement. One long, gentle movement. When you come through your next tabletop, pause there. Find stillness. Reconnect with your 4 points of connection on the ground, both hands and both feet, knees. And on your next inhale, you're going to reach forward with your right hand and back with your left leg. And as you exhale, you're going to curl your spine, bringing your right elbow to your left knee. And then reverse that. Inhale, reaching forward in like a cow shape, almost arching your back, lifting your chest. As you exhale, bringing your right elbow to your left knee in a cat-like shape, pressing your spine to the sky. And replacing your right hand and your left hand back down into a tabletop. Now we're going to reach forward with our left arm, reaching back with our right leg as we inhale in a cow shape with our back. And as we exhale, bringing our left elbow to our right knee, pressing our spine to the sky, curling in small. Inhale, opening up, reaching in opposite directions, shining our heart to the sky, forward. And exhaling, curling and bending, coming small and tight. Reversing that now, opening up again. As you inhale and as you exhale, coming back small. Beautiful. And then replacing your left hand and your right knee down, back to all fours. From here, you're going to inhale and press into your hands as you tuck your toes. As you exhale, you're going to lift your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. So a downward facing dog doesn't have to look like mine. Your dog can look very different to mine because it's your dog. You might have bent knees here or here or here. It's okay. the most important things, in my opinion, is to have, as much as you can, equal distribution of your weight between both hands and feet. So you don't want to be kind of one side or the other. Essentially, you're on all fours, but the weight of your body is in your hips, and your hips are raised up to the ceiling, and your legs can either be softly bent, really bent, or straight, heels flat on the floor. Either way, you want to find space between your shoulder blades. You want to be pushing your chest towards your thighs and your heels towards the floor. Once you've found your dog, find stillness. As you inhale, coming up onto your tippy toes if you're not already. Dropping your knees towards the floor but not letting them land, so they're hovering above the floor. This should find some activation in your core. From here, you're going to roll back and lift your hips as you exhale back to downward facing dog. So we're doing another wave-like movement, similar to what we did on our hands and knees in a downward dog. So inhaling, lifting up onto our toes, raising our heels, flowing forward as we drop our knees and let them hover off the ground. Bringing your chin up this time, a little bit like a cow. As you exhale, lifting your hips up and back as you press into your hands and find downward facing dog. As you breathe out. And repeating this motion at your own breath. So inhaling, raising your heels, coming up onto your tippy toes, dropping your knees, opening your chest. Exhaling, pressing into your hands, lifting your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Flowing through that movement as though it's one long movement. Trusting your body to know the way, to find its way. Once you've completed wherever you're at, finding stillness in downward facing dog for just a moment and walking your feet towards your hands. When you arrive with your feet at your hands, just put my clothes back on, take opposite elbows with your hands and hang. Your knees can be softly bent. This is a forward fold. The idea here is to stretch out your spine. So you want to have the majority of your weight in the front. So imagine that there's an anchor hanging off the tip of your head and you are suspended there, perfectly balanced. Just allow yourself to hang out. And if it feels good in your body, you might want to jiggle or wriggle or shake. You might want to bend and straighten your legs. Just enjoy hanging out with yourself. You'll also feel some stretch in the backs of your legs, no doubt. That's okay. Bend your legs if you need to. Just take a moment here. Find stillness, and on your next inhale, you're going to bend your left knee, and you're going to raise your right arm to the sky and raise your chest to the sky, opening up into a side twist. You can come up higher onto your hand if you need to, or if you've got a block or some sort of support, you can also use that. You can bring your hand to your hip. What we're doing here is just twisting through our spine, and then we're going to swap. So we're going to place our right hand down, bend our right knee, and open up with our left side. And then we're going to change. Left hand goes down, left knee bends, right arm opens up. And swap. Right hand down, right knee bent, left arm opens up. Shine your chest to the sky. Beautiful. Coming back to your forward fold with both hands in front of you. And slowly, slowly, you're going to roll up. So you vertebrae by vertebrae rolling through your spine. And absolutely no rush at all to come and arrive standing in Tadasana. Tadasana mountain pose. So your hands are down by your sides with your palms facing forwards. Shoulders are relaxed. Your feet are grounded into the earth. Space between your shoulders. Soft space between your eyes. Soft jaw. Everything soft. Soft yet strong. Take a moment here to check in with your breath, check in with yourself. Notice how your body has responded to that nice, juicy, nice, juicy, gentle, stretchy movement. Beautiful. Now we're going to invite a little bit more movement into the body. So if you're feeling like that was already a lot, just stop. That's enough for you. Make your way down onto the floor. This is for the people who don't want to move anymore. And take a break. So on your knees, spread them wide, bring your big toes together, and stretch your arms out in front of you. This is called child's pose, and this pose you can do whenever you need a break. There's another variation that is also available to you for child's pose, which is your knees together and your hands by your sides. And you can either be resting on your forehead or on your cheek in this position. So if you're feeling like you've already had too much and you've had enough, go to either of those positions, hang out there for as long as you need.